Hi everyone, how we all doing? Welcome back to RPG Limit Break and the 2019 Dragon Warrior Randomizer Tournament. We're now down to 15 runners. We're going to be down to 14 in about 2 hours' time. Here's our next matchup, up2ng versus Smashy. I am, once again, Game Boy F9, and I am joined by the RPG Valkyrie, the White Mage, the lady who's going to either nail me with a Cure 4 or nail me with a Fade, depending on how well I do. It's Timrine. How you doing today?
Hi, so far you're on the Cure 4 side, so I guess I'm doing alright, and you're doing alright too. But this should be a really good matchup coming up right now. up2ng ranked number 4, Smashy 13th. Both of them won their first round matchups in fairly decisive fashion on top of that. So they're both here in the round of 16, and they should be doing really well. And also, look at that strength score.
20 strength. Well, that is 5 times better than the strength than the last seed.
Yeah, I mean, killing slimes, no problem. Red slime, sure. Actually, we're going to probably go straight up the ladder to magicians and scorpions if we get the opportunity here. I mean, 17 MP, not great, but the 12 agility also doesn't hurt. 6 defense is actually decent for taking on the early game enemies and getting through a couple of them before you bite them.
Do. Another one bites it. Oh, sorry. Okay, I think we are still waiting on a go from Respawn. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're about to set them loose. Lord of the Synth just gave them the 30-second hop-out warning, so we are actually about to get this party started in just a moment.
Yes, okay, very good. Well, you're right. We are about 15, 20 seconds away from live racing. Double header here, RPG Limit Break. And I'd like to thank all of you for taking time out of your day to join us here. I also want to thank our restreamer, Lord of the Synth, and the tracker, I believe that's CyberDark86. I also want to thank CD Improv for the previous stream, and Bryceoff and Jack for the commentary of the previous stream. And I believe it was the Seawolf1 for tracking the previous stream. And after all that blabbering, the competition has begun.
And we open up the seed on Herb Torch, so we start with the Adventurer's Adventuring Kit, but nothing truly exciting right now. No spells, really good strength, but nothing else really exciting.
There's Smashy there. So we probably have a little bit of a desync there, but that's all right. We have a Swamp Seed, and fortunately we can get out of the swamp, and it is 20 strength, so you can beat the Magic Drakey, even though up2ng failed there. And now he's going to find out that he can beat up this ghost pretty well. But these ghosts are, they have some sleepy potion and a little hurt as well.
So we get our first sleep lock of the seed from Ghosts. So Ghosts, while they were probably the target of choice right off the bat, become a little bit less of a joy for up2ng, because at 20 strength, you're not going to consistently one-shot them. There's a chance that you're not going to kill them pretty consistently on it.
Oh, Scorpion! Oh, he ran from a Scorpion, and gonna run from the Ghost. Smashy lucks out and does not get the sleep from the Ghost, and we'll start with the 4-0 lead.
Quickly cut to 4-3 as there's a Drakey, a pair of Drakeys on up2ng's screen. Smashy does not get to take out that slime because the slime's already afraid of us at 20 strength, and up2ng will lead the way to level 2.
Alright, we're gonna start with 8 power, 1 speed, 4 HP, and 2 magic. No spells, but that's alright. That's gonna make things a little bit easier to get out of the swamp here.
Yeah, HP is a big deal at this point in time because we've got to give up 8 HP just to get to land at this point in time. Smashy wants to take out this Magic Drakey here because that will give him a decent experience lead. 2 swings later with those really beefy arms, and he is now level 3.
Yeah, that was an excellent play there. Oh, Scorpion with Dragon Lord Breath, 7-3. Whoa, 33 hit points and 13 magic.
Wow, no spells yet, but hey, that's alright. 54 maximum hit points, now getting out of the swamp is much less scary. On the flip side of the coin, Scorpions are casting Stop Spell, but behind that Stop Spell, potentially, they do have Dragon Lord 2 Breath, so you've got to kill them before they absolutely scorch you, but Smashy gets through just fine. So Smashy to 4, up2ng is going to get 3 off of this Magic Drakey and get those beautiful, beautiful stats.
Yeah, 3, 4, 11 or 11 response speed, 4 hit points, 8 magic. Did not, yeah, no spells still, level 4.
But here is Garenham, just north of Tentacle Castle, so we've got our first town on the board here. Smashy going to spend most of his money on a better pointy stick. He's going to get a club.
Yeah, but hey, yeah, I'm cool with that. Go ahead and get a club. I mean, it's only 4 attack power, but it could mean the difference between life and death here. So, yeah, good play.
Yeah, the big thing is up2ng is getting some good encounter luck here, finding match Drakeys to go with his regular Drakeys here. So he's going to pick up level 4 here as well. So the experience lead is nil at this point, basically. Jerk Cave, early find there for Smashy as well, so close to home to locate.
And then 33 damage, and Smashy is smashed like a pancake.
up2ng takes a quick dive into the swamp to reset his stats, so he takes a death here intentionally. So runner's dying so far, but Smashy with that extra HP has decided it's time to go right instead of left, so going to travel east and see what's out here on these wide open plains.
Yeah, I like this play. Just go ahead and get as much exploration as you can, as Smashy gets rewarded with it with another town of Hawksness. Well, at least you know it's where it is.
I mean, knowledge has value. It's just not what you wanted right this second at level 4 with no spells and no damage and, no armor.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna have to go back to the other side to do whatever, and, knock out this droll here, even with hurt. And so right now, the experience lead is just 1 experience point, so, yeah, this is turning out to be a good race so far, but Smashy has a slight exploration lead.
And he does take the level 5 edge here because up2ng finds a scorpion who decides it's time to not use the claws, but use the hidden breath underneath the claws. And there's another town right near the start, so we found Cantlin to go with Garenham to go with Hawksness.
By the way, there's a special rule in place. It's only a 30 by 30 map, so no, I'm kidding.
It sure feels
that option does not exist.
Point.
We do see Smashy equip the Dragon Scale. I'm going to pick up a couple of herbs while we're at it, so why not? I'd say that's a good idea. I mean, you've got no spells at level 5. The odds of that are getting up there. So, so yeah, good idea. Pick up a couple herbs.
Yep, probably gonna just try and strike out as far as you can here. Catch a death on the way, more likely than not, but see if you can get any more experience. But I think a Star Wyvern's gonna say no to him in his attempt to brave the earth.
Thou art dead.
You see that a lot in Dragon Warrior Randomizer.
Yeah, so right now we're at 48-1 against for getting no spells at level 5. So and the odds are going to quickly climb after that.
Absolutely. But right now both of our runners are just more worried about getting to level 6. I believe Smashy can one-shot the Scorpions now. That's kind of a good scene to be in.
Yeah, this is a good play by both of our runners here. I mean, up2ng hasn't checked out all the towns yet, but I mean, you don't have a lot of gold anyway, so I totally get it.
Yeah, he's worked up a bunch of gold from just killing drolls here at this point in time. They do give a decent chunk of change at 30 gold a pop, so he will be able to at least get something going here in terms of shops.
Yeah, the droll has, actually, before I say anything about the droll, I will mention that the skeleton has hurt more. Yikes!
Well, one of the good transitional enemies in terms of getting up from the kind of the beginner enemies to decent mid-range enemies at 25 experience. They're a little bit off limits at this point, which is a little bit sad.
But we do have defeated the droll to level 6, 12 power, 10 speed, 11 points, 2 magic, and we finally get a spell, and it's a good one. It's Heal More.
I mean, with the number of HP that have been rolling in for our runners, Heal More is exactly what you want to see there. You can heal yourself right back up to 71 hit points over and over again. Exploration definitely on the table now for Smash. Up to NG, gonna snag a club, gonna not take the clothes, so doesn't care about the 2 extra defense here, gonna patch up at the end, and he's gonna probably take out to the road a little bit too.
I don't think Smashy are good enough to be the Magi Wyvern. This wasn't the last sea where, you know, you only have 40 strength, but you had 80 defense, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, with Cantling close to home, we didn't see what's in all the shops, but odds are good that a gold grind will be valuable. I believe that at least one of the big 3 was here in Garanham as well, so gold grind certainly, if it's on the table, our runners are likely to take it if they can get one.
We do see up2ng picking up a Dragon Scale, a club, and the clothes, so that will add 4 offense and 4 defense to his total.
Every little bit counts, though, certainly.
Oh, great play by Smashy, knocking out that Wolf Lord for 52 points. That's a nice kill.
Yeah, it took a little bit of extra time, but you're out here, you're on the road, you're traveling, you know, you might as well pick it off. And Axe Knight's no sleep, that's a little bit of... Axe Knights have baby breath, that's a little less annoying.
Yeah, but that's you better find a way to 94 defense. So, or excuse me, yeah, 94 defense in order to damage break those Axe Knights. So you don't have to worry about it as much.
up2ng still very satisfied grinding close to home at this point in time. You know, knows he's pretty close to level 7 here. Finally striking out to the north a little bit, looking for some sort of transitional enemy that's not a skeleton at this.
Yikes! So Star Wyverns are hitting hard right now in this in the beginning of this seed, but that of course will change as we go along. As no, you're not beating a Golem, Smashy. That's not happening.
Yeah, head for the hills, run for your life. Smashy gets away. He's used an herb to get out of that last swamp, but he's found more swamp here. He's found a Demon Knight in the swamp. But the high agility on the Demon Knight is going to keep him tacked down for at least 1 turn.
Yeah, I think we're about to say the end to this round of exploration for Smashy here, as up2ng does knock out still knocking out some monsters, crossing the 200 experience point, but is still some 80-90 points down.
Well, Smashy finds a wizard but runs, so gets a successful run there. Finds a warlock who he would normally fight, but on 1 hit point, not really an option.
Yeah, I mean, there we go, good. You were at a dead end, it's time to go back to the beginning and start again.
up2ng in this desert south, by the by, finds an encounter on 3 consecutive steps in the desert, does successfully run from the werewolf with, I think, a cast stop spell on him.
Yeah, knocks out a magic Drakey. That works out. Alright, so where is Smashy gonna go now? He is going to go against a Droll. Okay, that was fun. Droll, I was gonna talk about the Drolls. Drolls are, so typically all the monsters are using the remix values, the remix hit points, the remix experience points, etc. Drolls are one of, like, 2 or 3 monsters where we've altered from that a little bit. Drolls have 35 hit points in the remix, and I think we trimmed him down to 20 because it was not worth the 18 experience they awarded.
Yeah, so of course Smashy finds another cave. As we're spending a lot of time finding locations close to home here, he's gonna pop a torch and show us that he has found Swamp Cave North.
Yeah, how many want to wager that all the far-fetched places are gonna be on the other side of this cave?
I mean, that would basically mean that anything north of this is basically blank for our runners on First Continent, but we'll see where we end up first.
Well, we're gonna end up at level 7, 4 power, 1 speed, 3 points, 3 magic, and no spell.
But falling metal scorpions in this cave are going to keep him sort of moving on experience, even though he's exploring, as up2ng's hard grinding here which was his strategy in his first round race, has gotten him to level 7 as well, so he's broken back and gotten up the experience lead, so we're pretty well even here. Smashy has a massive exploration lead, and pops out of Swamp South onto some wide open plains, which I think is exactly what you want to see whenever you pop out of Swamp Cave.
Well, I would agree. That's, I would say, the next best thing. The best thing would be going into the back of Garringham, or at least the back of Tanagel, but that didn't happen. That's alright. Hopefully he can find a town real quick, but we thought this was going to be a one island, a very short island, but it turned back into a big island all of a sudden.
up2ng sampling the shops here, trying to find, probably looks like chainmail, I'd assume, at 360 gold here. Instead, gonna snag up a copper sword, so no chainmail here for him, but copper sword will, again, continue to increase his offensive capability out here.
Yeah, I think that's a very good buy with that copper sword. You got an additional 6 attack power. Along with that heal more, that's gonna increase your monster pool significantly.
Smashy's exploration, Warlock, and finds the home of the Dragon Lord, Charlotte Castle.
Boom, boom. Oh. And another town. Oh my goodness.
I think that's what you want to see right next to Charlotte Castle in case there's no good grinds out there, so that town is really a welcome sight. Interkima dodging twice because, this game is good sometimes for that.
Oh yeah, it's a great game. Did you know this community has grown by 70% since this tournament started?
That is an unbelievable statistic. I heard that the community has doubled in size since RPG Limit Break.
Yeah, if it hasn't, it's pretty close, as we, Yeah, you're probably right about that. Small shield pickup for Smashy. That's an additional 4 defense power, and wow, he needs it too. And a copper sword pickup as well to add another 6, and I'm gonna pick up the leather armor, so now Smashy has the equipment lead by 1 small shield.
Yeah, he's gonna poke his head in here to the Brecon area and drop 6 coins on the table and take a quick nap. up2ng finally breaking out on the map a little bit here, finds Hawk's Nest. So he's got the 2 towns and Hawk's Nest. He does not know about the caves near home, so he doesn't know about Swamp Cave or the Jerk Cave yet, but he's like to find those soon enough.
Oh, I like this idea of going left of Brecconary, possibly see something that might be south of the Swamp Cave, and, well, it didn't work out, but I still like the play.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of play that an experienced runner will make to kind of just make sure that they're not missing anything out on the map. The obvious exploration there is explore past Charlock. There's got to be at least a land bridge past it. But, you might miss a town, you might miss the Silver Harp Cave if you don't hang that left there, and if you miss that you could be in for a very bad time.
up2ng, I'm disappointed in you. You did not kill the Gold Man. And you, Smashy, I am very impressed with you. You are going to kill the Gold Man.
Smashy might be thinking that, 2 gold men is, 500 and some, 510 more gold here, which puts him right on the cusp of being able to get his hands on a large shield, which High Spirits is also pointing out in chat. It's a very sensible play here.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes gold men, you think that they're absolutely useless, and by the way, they're the other monster that we reduced their hit points by. They're only 35 hit points instead of, it's 35 instead of 100. But I mean, you see why. Normally, in the Super Famicom version, they give you 600 money, but we can't give you that much, so we can only give you 255. That's why we limited the HP.
Yeah, I mean, and of course, if you're broke and you need a quick shot of consumables, or you just need to kind of make it to your next item in progression and you're close to it, that's a good way to get it. 255 gold is not insignificant.
And here we go with the bonus cave, and Smashy's gonna pick up. Once you start seeing air tricks, and it's a token though, which is needed.
Yeah, we're not an alpha. We don't have the ability to have the armor in a chest just yet, but I heard that's being worked on right now for all of our fans out there.
Yeah, that's right. The alpha version of 2.2 is out, so you can hunt it down inside the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Discord, which you are free to join. As we see two more caves, I believe Grave is one of them, and we're going to see the other one right now. It is going to be... I think that's the Tablet Cave?
Is that Tablet Cave? Yeah, it looks like he's navigating downward instead of going up, so that is Tablet.
So, the Tablet Cave, there's only one box here, and it's a bit of a complex maze, so... you're gonna have it, so it's gonna take about 45 to 60 seconds in order to get to this box and then get back out.
So, you want some stats, by the way? 25, 21, 111 at level 8 for up to NG. These fine gentlemen have been lifting and eating their Wheaties and getting their protein, and they are very powerful now.
Wow. I mean, the only monster they're gonna, or I shouldn't say monster. I was gonna say the only thing that they could lose to at this point is a nuke from a black mage, and they're not playing this game.
Yeah, wrong randomizer. Wrong.
Oh, excuse me. Money was found over in the Tablet Cave.
I suspect that instead of going to Grave, he's going to try and cash that out to get his hands on a large shield. But we shall see.
Ooh, gets pulled and defeats a skeleton.
Yeah, just enough strength to get some one-shots on that with the copper sword in hand. Up to NG should have no problem with anything like wolves or the like at this point.
Oh, is Smashy going to defeat another gold man here? So now he's got enough money for a broadsword, which is pretty... Oh, and also level 8, which might be why he did that. Well, he gets an Erdrick sword amount of strength there. My goodness.
Yeah, that was a great level for both of our runners. Already at 79 strength. I wish 79 strength were a thing in most states.
Yeah, I hear that. And you can see how this big strength gain is helping out our runners here as up2ng knocks out a Magi Wire with no problem. And I mean, it's not even a DPS race because you got heal more. We're in the grave. 2 chests of gold and a golem. And the final box, I think he's going to do a safety heal more first, just to leave us waiting here, is a magic key. Whoa! As up2ng
time to death warp. Now Smashy is desperately hoping for a death here, while up2ng finds coal on his exploration, so his first exploration ends up being real good.
Yeah.
What do we got?
And Smashy's lead has just been cancelled with Erdrick's armor in coal. Wow!
And Droll Magi's for up to NG here. He's a happy camper right now. He'll push out level 9 pretty quickly if his MO in this game has been been up to sort of any plan of his. It's usually let's grind until we don't need to grind anymore. But man, Erdrick's armor. Gilded plate, red cape, dashing is all get out. Makes you look like a hero. It makes you take hits like a hero too, but you might want to tell the crowd about why that is the case.
Yeah, so the first thing, the most obvious thing, is that it raises 28 defense points, which is a ton. As we see up2ng buying a large shield for 10 defense points. But anyway, Erdrick's armor, 28 defense points. You get no more damage from swamp tiles or glass tiles or whatever those tiles are. You get what else happens? You lose 1/3 of your hurt damage or your fire damage, and you are also immune to stop spell. So it is arguably one of the most overpowered armors in the game, as we see Smashy picking up a gold grind.
And of course, with Droll Magi on the field, we unsurprisingly see up to NG picking up level 9 here. I missed the strength gain, so I missed everything but the one in the...
Yeah, it was 2 power, 6 agility, 1 HP, and 7 magic, so not as awesome as level 8, but you kind of knew that was coming.
Yeah, we've seen some truly large levels here. We've seen a 33 hit point. We saw that 25 power, 21 agility level. I think we were due to level off a little bit here. Up2ng is going to find. Looks like this is likely to be Rimeldar here.
We're gonna find out. Maybe if he beats this, no, he's just gonna run away. What is he doing? He's gonna check out the rest of the area. Okay. Hey, there he goes. up2ng validates his run with the gold man. Woohoo!
Smashy, of course, is now printing money in the Tantagel Armory, and of course, this is the last town on the map. It is Rimeldar. All towns accounted for already at 2325.
So Argle Bargle is in chat here. Thank you for joining us here this evening. Ask the question, we are in single elimination, is that correct? It is correct. So if you lose, like what Demarine did last night, I have to say.
Ouch.
Because it's in my contract. You are eliminated from the competitions, but it was your goal, Demarine, to reach the round of 32, so that was well played for sure. And you were also in a very intense competition against Bobski. It was a great race, so nothing to be ashamed about.
I have no complaints about last night, other than maybe losing with the least number of deaths in the tournament so far in a single.
Oh, how many times did you die?
3.
Wow. That's a heck of a lot less times than I died in my race, let me tell you. Whoa. Anyway, we're getting off. I'm getting off here. We got magic armor and a silver shield for Smashy, so... Oh boy, raise the defense up to 76, and soon it's going to be 80, as soon as he finds gold.
Yeah, I mean, his exploration sort of petered out a little bit here, a little more. I'm gonna grab the flame sword too. He wants the whole kit here. He's not messing around. He's got the best gear money can buy at this point, so he's gonna strike out into the field soon enough. But he's got to make a quick stop and let us know if the coordinates matter or if Hawk's Nest is what matters here, because he'll know which is which at this point.
up2ng electing not to face this golem there, and it is time to fight, fight, fight!
Which is a little unfortunate for Smashy being, you know, that, well, both runners know where Hawk's Nest is, both runners also know where Cantlin is, so I guess it's not that big of a deal at this point, honestly, but he at least knows now it's, he now knows where the armor isn't, but he knows that, with the token in hand and the coordinates out, that he should probably try and kill the thing in Hawk's Nest, so he's gonna go do it.
Yeah, and I believe he's going to be rewarded with the flute, because that's the only item that's left. It's either flute or nothing. So we're going to find out in a second. Are you going to be up this wish? Yes, you are. Great play.
Yeah, up2ng, of course, now has a broadsword in hand here after grinding up a little bit of extra gold in Rimeldar, and now is going to grab some wings, going to go ahead and just stock up here a little bit on the things that he needs, and he's going to buy 2 wings and crack 1 to head for home. He has no need to be out here anymore.
Yep, great play. Save some time and move on and go ahead and crack open the treasury and see what we got.
I mean, with Erdrick's armor and a large shield already, and already at 66 agility, I don't know if he's going to be terribly interested in gold grinding at this point, but we'll see.
Blue Dragon is the mini-boss there with Stop Spell. Oh, boy, you gotta hurry up and get Erdrick's armor. Oh, and Dragon Lord Breath. Oh, not as awesome.
I mean, looks like Stop Spell is enough of a thing here with Erdrick's armor, but now with Stop Spell having landed, the Blue Dragon will not cast it anymore. But there's a big maximum roll. There's a 30 to finish off the dragon. He's going to push level 9 here off that 180 experience points here, get the meager stats, and then he's going to get some bad news in just a moment.
Oh, and it's nothing. Oh, that's unfortunate. As we see the statistics from our tracker, CyberDark, 75% stop spell, which is what you want to see, and the 50% DL2 fire, which you do not. But you know how MTI is contracted to get excited about the zeros. I am contracted to get excited about 180.
It's like you're throwing darts at a board or something for that one.
Hey, I like darts. Give me a break.
Where were we again? Smashy's
up2ng going into Garanham.
He wants the chests and the information. Staff of Rain Cave is behind Tintagel Castle, so we know where half the shrines are now. Or actually, know where both shrines are. Jerk Cave was early on as well, so we now have both shrines. And there's the big stick in Garanham, and the death necklace in Garanham, and the Stones of Sunlight. What in the world? All the things you could ever want are here. Smashy's about to grab all that goodness as well. All the business items are here. Now all we need is a cave behind. Now all we need is Mountain Cave with the harp behind here.
Yeah! I think we just found it.
Yeah, it had to be. There's the only thing I believe that was left.
Man, this is one of the fastest explorations I have seen, or at least, you know, especially with our contestants not having hurt more at all.
I mean, this is two incredible runners really making good work of what they've got right now, not making a lot of mistakes. Smashy gets the look at all this good stuff here. Dragon Scale is the first lower chest to go with some gold from the top side of Mountain Cave so far, so nothing much, but a knight, of course, with the big stick. Who cares that it's got baby breath? You're just going to cut that down for the experience point.
Yep, he's like, oh, baby breath, then maybe you should be on a trap tile, except that's impossible. There are... you can only have an Axe-Knight, Armored Knight, Blue Dragon, Red Dragon, and the Snowman, the Golem have trap tiles, so no knights, unfortunately.
Fairy Flute's down here for our runners, and some gold, so all that's down here for us is going to be the Fairy Flute. The big get was getting Erdrick's sword up above, which is fine. Knowing that this is done, we know that there's 2 chests, I believe, in Garen's grave that we don't know about, and that is it right now for where the harp could be, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, because we opened the box in Remolder, yes, so... Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's all that's left. Did we do the Freebie Cave?
Yeah, Freebie Cave was the token.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So,
that's the only disadvantage up2ng's at right now, is he has not touched the Freebie Cave yet, and therefore does not have access to one Erdrick's token.
Yeah, but I think Garen's grave is pretty close by, and then we're gonna probably knock that off, and then I'm guessing... Oh, this is gonna be a tough guess as to where you're gonna grind, because, I mean, you could go for Blue Dragons, considering they have 75% stop spell, if you have Erdrick's armor, but, tough choice.
Yeah, Smashy's gotta go find that armor. Golem takes out up2ng, just cannot deal with it at this point in time, so he goes down. I guess that was probably what he wanted to do. He's got to make a decision now if he wants a shield or not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wants a shield, but that was some pretty good information that the Golem was just breathing regular breath, so if that Golem might be in the Swamp Cave, that boss monster, might be... we might have a big pile of clay coming up. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, already Blue Dragons are likely to be a great choice with Erdrick's armor. Well, we know that they have 75% stop spell. Our runners will have to try to ascertain that by fighting more than one Blue Dragon and trying to figure out whether it's going to be worthwhile or not. Because good runners can really feel out whether or not, something has, a 25% chance to cast or a 75% chance to cast. And that is such a big deal. It's such an important skill to have.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah. I have nothing to add. And Smashy gets out of Molder and moves on with exploration here. So up2ng's got enough money for the Silver Shield. I think that's what... Yeah, well, yeah, that's the only thing you want to pick up at this point.
Yes, this is very true. Like, right now, 121 attack power at this point in time for our runners, both at level 9. Smashy has turned back the experience lead to his side here. He stayed out on the field while up2ng was gold grinding, so he's opened up about 100 experience lead, which is basically nothing.
Alright, so 32 minutes into the competition. up2ng versus Smashy, and quite a thriller so far. We're watching RPG Limit Break. I am Game Boy F9. I am joined by Demarine2. We would like to thank our restreamer Lord of the Synth for restreaming this evening. We also like to thank CyberDark86 for the tracker, our lead tracker in the community. So thank you to everyone for helping us out this evening.
And of course, we always have to thank RPG Limit Break for being such great hosts for the tournament this year. Obviously, I know I've worked with them before for Free Enterprise, and they are fantastic. And of course, to Randomania for providing the tracker and the graphics, which we use every single night here. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
3 power, 1 agility, 5 hit points, and 2 magic points for Smashy for level 10. As up2ng now goes into Hawk's Nest.
On the flip side of the coin, Smashy has found coal, so is going to open up an actual exploration lead again here, as he has found the item that up2ng has that he didn't, and up2ng still needs the token, but right now he's going to try and take down this blue dragon, which is casting stop still an awful lot. He's going to get nothing. He's going to get nothing from the spot, but I think he's going to figure out that this is a great grind tile.
Yeah, so he'll be screaming out 180. No, I won't do that every blue dragon kill. A lot this seed. Eventually to level 10.
That 180 experience points, of course, immediately closing up the gap to 0 again, so our runners are currently 35 experience apart.
I think that's the first time the blue dragon did the fire breath, so up2ng stopped there for a second.
Yeah, I mean, this is just this run's been pretty unbelievable here. We are in a tight one right now. This is very exciting.
I really like what up2ng's doing. Go ahead, get that grind going, get the experience points out of the way, and then finish your exploration when you're at a higher level.
Actually, that reminds me, up2ng might have fewer deaths than I do. I think he had a run with 2, if I remember correctly, in his round of 32 match, because he had Hurtmore at level 4 and found Axe Knights in the Swamp Cave like 20 steps from, and just decided to just hammer out level 12 to start the run, basically.
Yeah, Pyrelight, who is one of my frequent chatters on my channel, he says quite often that time spent grinding is time well spent, and up2ng is proving that today with level 11 here, picking up 0 strength, 1 speed, 7 hit points, 4 magic. We're finally starting to get some spells here. Hurtmore is the spell, which you got 124 attack power, so it's normally you'd be celebrating that, but here, well.
Yeah, blue dragons resist it 7 out of 16 times on top of that, and you're committed to grinding them with your 124 strength at this point.
And meanwhile, Smashy needs to hurry up and finish his exploration so he can start grinding these blue dragons, because he's gonna lose it if it gets much bigger, if the league gets much bigger than this.
Yeah, no, this is starting to sting a little bit here, as I know you said that, you like to say that time spent grinding is time well spent, because, well, time spent grinding is time spent not dying later.
Yeah, one more blue dragon and up2ng will be reaching level 12 here.
Yeah, Lorgon explaining that up2ng's main game loop. Is this one of the top 3 enemies I could be fighting right now? If yes, continue fighting these enemies. Why stop now when you could continue grinding experience?
Well, we're about to find out what the mini-boss here is at the Swamp Cave, and it is an Armored Knight. Well, this might counter things here.
It's got big breath.
Dragon Lord breath. Oh, no!
Nope, that blue dragon is definitively the best option by far here. It was 2-1-1-1 for health. We also got outside. We also got hurt. So, spells will just start trickling in at this point in time. But look, you've got 126 attack power. I don't know what you care about at this point.
Man, Smashy with 124 attack power, and he's only dealing 20 attack to the Armor Knight. Finally draws a 37 to get the 172, but ooh, that was a costly battle.
Another 75% stop spell in the lead spot, though, so both Blue Dragons and Armored Knights are pretty solid for grinding at this point in time. Armored Knights do hit a little bit harder, though. And our tracker, CyberDark86 with the message from the old man, thou must grind! We are certainly watching an up2ng race today. Right, so of course, Tadaru asking, that adds up to 150%. How does that work? Well, it's actually a priority system. So when you build a script for a creature in this game, it's going to have one utility spot, which could be heal, heal more, stop spell, or sleep. And it's going to have one damage slot, which is either hurt more, baby breath, or deal 2 breath. And it goes in order. So first it checks for stop spell, and 75% of the time it will cast stop spell. If it does not cast stop spell, then it checks the second thing in the list, in this case 75% Dragon Lord 2 breath. So it then checks and says, alright, I have a 75% chance instead to hit you with the breath, and if it doesn't hit you with the breath, then it finally decides to melee you. So even though it adds up to 150%, it ends up being a priority system where in that case you have a 75% chance of seeing stop spell, you have a 3/4 of 25% chance, or 18 roughly, of seeing DL2 breath, and then about 6 and change, 6.25 of seeing a melee attack. So up2ng continues to be proving to be the Dragon Warrior, as he's going to push out to level 13 on Blue Dragons. He is not interested in seeing the world at this point. 2-1, 13 hit points, 17 magic points, the level that he was probably looking for at this point in time.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. I apologize, I had to walk away for a second. And up2ng continuing the grind here. Whew.
Yeah, he will not suffer the dragons to live at this point in time. Smashy is out on the map right now. I believe he's got to cut a little bit further out to the east here to get back to the grave. But he wants his heart pretty badly here. He's in exploration mode, but he is now dealing with a 2-level deficit at this point in time. He will probably make it up some when he starts grinding with everything in hand, while up2ng will not have everything in hand, but still, it's looking a little bit dicey right now, but we shall see how this plays out.
Yeah, the clock's running, and it's running pretty quickly, but I do like this play. Knocking out this golem, it's 255 experience points.
Gonna have to burn up some resources, though. They still hit very hard. I mean, there's a chance that from 33 he could get one shot, so he's got to be a little careful here.
Never mind that. Golem has heal more.
Instead of blowing the flute, which might be an option there, Smashy has decided he's done with that mess, and he is going to go ahead and just go down to the lower side here. Only 25% heal more, too. Ouch.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate there, as he's gonna move on to the last 2 floors of Garen's grave. As up2ng finishes his grind for now, gonna pick up a bunch of keys and proceed with his exploration.
Yeah, he needs 2 locations still. He still needs bonus cave, and he still needs bonus cave, and he still needs the grave for the harp. He has found the shrine cave now, though, so he can mark that down at this point in time. But the big thing is that everything's on the second continent where he hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, that's a nice pickup there by Smashy, the fighter's ring, to add 2 attack power to his total. up2ng is going to run into that too, but hey, 2 attack power is 2 attack power.
Yeah, so this is randomized, right? We're playing a randomizer.
We are.
So guess where the silver harp is?
Yeah, well, sometimes it's just hashtag not random enough.
Thanks, McGrew.
You're welcome. No, that's a terrible impersonation.
That isn't even close. It's still funny, but it's not close. Yeah, this seed's been real straightforward, honestly, for both of our runners at this point in time. They both had the ability to execute the game plan they want. Smashy wanting to be aggressive and get out on the map. Up to NG wanting to stay close to grind spots and just decide to do things the easy way later. A Silver Harp on hand here for Smashy. He does not have outside, and I think golems are on the upper floor, so I don't think Death Warping is going to be an easy task here.
No, especially with this monster set. I mean, I don't think we've seen the red dragon yet, have we?
No, Fun Police have been just eating donuts on the side and taking the rest of the night off, I guess.
It could be hiding in Sharlock. I mean, you never know. Meanwhile, up2ng continuing his grind in Hawksness and gonna reach level 14 in just 2 blue dragons time.
The lead's currently close to 3,000 experience points at this point.
Yeah, that's a lot of experience points. But the race isn't over yet, as you mentioned. up2ng still needs to find the heart, still needs to find Erdrick's token, so this race is not over yet.
Indeed, indeed. Smashy wants to get punched a few times here so he can get back to home, so he can drop off his harp for a Staff of Rain, and then I believe his game plan, would not surprise me if he's going to catch up this experience lead real fast down in Hawk's Nest here.
We have level 14, which was I don't know exactly what the stats are, but we are now in Death Necklace territory. No, never mind. What am I saying? I'm reading the AP, not the HP.
Yeah, we're already at 132 strength. I mean, we're hitting the Dragon Lord for an average of 12, 8 to 16 at this point in time. So to get to the maximum 165, because the health is random between 150 and 165, we would need 14 swings to finish off the Dragon Lord. We have 10 heal mores right now. Stats a little shy right now. We're going to need at least level 15, but we shall see.
Yeah, but I do like up2ng's plan. Just, you're at 14 now, you're almost Dragon Lord eligible. Might as well go ahead and finish your exploration now, but you don't have repel, so, yeah, well, I mean, we'll see how this works.
Smashy hiking to the north here. I'm gonna go to the Jerk Cave here and drop off all the goods here and get his hands on one rainbow drop.
We see the green dragons with Stop Spell and Hurt more, as we see, as Demarine said, Smashy picking up the drop. And now he's gonna grind Armored Knights, and I'm gonna tell you why. In his first battle against the Blue Dragon, the Blue Dragon did not cast Stop Spell all that often. So he thought that the Blue Dragon had like maybe a 25-50% Stop Spell rate, and maybe a 75% Dragon Lord Breath rate. And this is why we're now seeing this fight here.
Yeah, this is gonna be really intriguing here. But yeah, I think we in the booth have it down that Blue Dragons are absolutely the stronger grind at this point in time.
There is one advantage that Smashy has, and it's that the Armored Knights are vulnerable to hurt more, so they are easier to kill. We see Smashy go to level 12 here.
So, yep, let's just see how quickly he's able to close the gap here right now. Up to NG is out on the map right now, finally, so he's going to be checking out the world.
And the one question I'm asking is, when are these Armor Knights going to cast Stop Spell? Because they haven't cast Stop Spell yet.
Yeah, they have a 75% chance to cast Stop Spell, and they are not casting it at all. This is just unbelievable to see. There's one, finally.
Hooray! And down goes the Armor Knight again.
Up to NG finds a wizard out on the road, and with 132 attack power, you have to kill the wizard on the road. 2 swings later and 120 experience points later, he is holding up a gap of 2,900, and we're going to see how much that gets closed down here.
Exactly. So, we're going to take a moment to talk about our runners here. Smashy, this is pretty much his focus, Dragon Warrior Randomizer, and I think he might be doing something else, but I'm not exactly sure off the top of my head. He did participate in the Dragon Warrior Randomizer League, did not make it to the playoffs, so he's trying to get revenge here. Might get it against up2ng, who is quite eclectic. He is really good at Donkey Kong. If you follow him, you would find you will eventually find high score attempts in Donkey Kong. I think he's gotten 1 million points before, which is really hard to do. So that is what you will see out of our runners, should you choose to follow them, which we encourage you to do.
Yep. Of note, Smashy has also been sort of participating in the current Final Fantasy I randomizer Duckling Seeds, so he's been learning another randomizer finally after quite some.
Yeah, that's a good one. Final Fantasy randomizer. Yeah. I mean, I've played that pretty much since the beginning, or close to it anyway. But I still stink at it though.
I need to get back to that. I need to get back to top 10 in SRL on that, honestly.
Demarine being one of the few people that has reached the top 10 in 2 randomizers simultaneously. Is that right?
Yeah, it was last year before Free Enterprise really broke out, but I was 8th in both Free Enterprise and Final Fantasy I for a small stretch in there.
Yeah, the other 2 people I can think of is Edgeworth and Tyrannex.
So Smashy's going to pick up level 13 here, going to get those nice stat gains here, closing the gap slowly, steadily here. He's at 4,174 experience right now. Gap is 2,500.
Yeah, man, this is going to get interesting. He is making a very efficient grind here with these Armor Knights finally. He's just finally getting into this groove, and the Armor Knights are finally doing their job in casting Stop Spell here. So, well, let's see how it goes as the race continues.
Absolutely. Up to NG, though, is on second continent now. He is where he needs to be. He's got it figured out, probably, but he's got a little bit of work to do still out here. No repel means he's getting some really junk encounters that he doesn't want either, so that's slowing him down a little bit.
Well, up2ng is hanging in there, though. 2,200 experience, so it is dwindling down, but he keeps finding werewolves and, like, really good monsters, so it's paying off.
Yeah, they're only worth 95, but, you know, if you're getting 95 experience on the road, it's a heck of a lot better than getting 0, so you take it where you can get it.
Yeah, I mean, even 52 experience from the Wolf Lord, I mean, that's fine, too.
Yeah, I mean, those 2 kills have almost nullified one armored knight there. So, you know, gonna pick up this knight here. Gonna catch a baby breath on the ambush, but he's gonna take 2 swing this knight real quick.
Yeah, so this has been really good for up2ng here as we keep grinding away, but the lead is dwindling now. We're down to only 1,800 points.
And Smashy's going to decide to hold A at this Armored Knight at this point in time. He gets a pair of stop spells. It's not going to cost him anything for this one. This is a freebie for him. He's going to 3-shot it and going to go ahead and pick up another 172 experience without having to cast a spell now. So I think he's caught on that he can probably hold A at this spot for a while if he doesn't get bad luck.
Just as long as you don't hold A when you reach the Dragon Lord. Don't do it then.
But half the world. It's better than nothing.
I want all the world.
But I just want your half.
Alright, so Smashy does reach level 14 on this grind here.
Yeah, 4175, and Sleep was the spell here. He's gonna hike out. He's gonna go and reload the old cannon here, and he's gonna go back in for another round here. up2ng is killing golems on the road right now, though, which is actually gonna get the lead back to 2,000 experience points here. 2 shots at 255 experience, not a bad get for him here.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive if I do say so myself. That's if the golem doesn't cast heal more, which he just did.
And when we saw the stats, we know that the golem has a 50% chance to resist stop spell. So he's not going to get the experience here because it decides to cast heal more a second time.
Wow. And then, but he could have killed a gold man. He had the opportunity to kill a gold man, and he didn't do it.
I know, probably one-shot it at this point. But yeah, up2ng passes Breckenary, knows where Sherlock is now. His 2 last locations are here, but the thing for Smashy, and the one nice thing at this point in time, is that up2ng's got to go all the way to the bottom of the grave. And he's got to crack all 5 chests, because he has not touched the grave yet, I believe.
Yep, that's right. And then he still has to go pick up the Erdrick's token from the freebie cave right here.
Yeah, so that's halfway there at this point in time. Lead back down to 1,500.
Yeah, I think we've got a thrilling finish coming up here. We'll see.
There's a chance that we're going to see a double Sherlock dive here.
Yeah, look what happened to up2ng here. We're about to reach level 15, so might be reaching an RLH situation here. He does find the grave. He is gonna check out this other cave. That is the tablet cave, right? So he is gonna explore this first and get the money. But it's real quick. I mean, he's got outside, so it's only gonna cost him like 25-30 seconds, so might as well.
Yeah, if it's here, you don't have to go into the grave, you don't have to take a single encounter. I like this play. We know it's wrong, but this is the correct play to make at this point in time. So he's going to pop outside here. Down to 43 MP for his dive into the grave, where he does not know where the enemies are in here. I think the only scary thing was a golem, though, at this point in time, so he should be A-okay.
Yeah, and the golem is really easy to run from. It has 40 agility, but it's being penalized 1/2 of that, so it's very easy to run from.
Alright, so top 3 chests for 2 gold chests and a key, so we've still got to go deeper. We know that he's got to go all the way to the bottom, so he's going to go down because he knows he's got to get the heart before he can finish this. Smashy has dropped the experience lead from 3,000 plus. We are now at 700 and counting.
Oh man, this is going to be good stuff here. Get ready for the big finish.
Level 15's got 7 power, 2 speed, 7 hit points, 3 magic point. $139 attack power once he gets the Fighter's Ring. I mean, wait, Fighter's Ring was in Mountain Cave, wasn't it? Or is it here? I forget.
The Fighter's Ring was at the Curse Spell location in Garenham, so up2ng almost certainly will get it.
But that puts him up to 139. Smash will be at 141 attack power with the ring in hand. there's a chance that he just goes at this point with 141. The agility is garbage at 73 at level 15, but there's a chance that he's going to take the swing at 141 here, potentially.
Yeah,
15.
that's... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, 15 average damage, I think he's right on the line.
Oof. Yeah, I mean, it's going to depend on who shows up at Sharlock Castle. If it's a whole bunch of armored knights, watch out.
Yeah, the major thing here is that both of our runners absolutely need to get if they go at 15, and they can go at 15 with these stats, they need to get 80 MP to the bottom to get a sure 12 swings, which is one more than you need to get to 165, assuming average swings. With 73 agility, we don't know what enemies are in Sharlock yet. There's a chance that we find red dragons, and there's a chance that red dragons ruin our day, but we'll see.
Ah, yes, the good old red dragons. Smashy headed towards somewhere, the town of Catlin. Okay, that's fine. Gonna go pick up some herbs. Oh, fairy water. Okay.
Yeah, gonna grab a bottle of fairy water and probably a set of wings, because at level 15 we didn't get return. It's at level 16, so making sure that he avoids the walk of shame here too on top of that, which is very sharp on his part.
Yeah, I think this would be a situation I'm not even sure I would pick up on, so great play by Smashy there.
He's looking at the wings going, I can't really crack just the one set here. But he's gonna cross over to the second continent now, hike down to Brecconary, reload in Brecconary for, again, 6 tiny gold pieces, and it looks like his game plan is it's time to go.
Yep, that's right. As up2ng, I believe, has found everything in the grave, now has to convert that harp to the Staff of Rain, and now has to convert, and then can convert all that into the Rainbow Drop, and that will gain entrance to Sharlock Castle.
Yeah, Smashy does have a slight lead here. I think it ended up being that he was really able to make some bacon with that grind there, and ended up catching up, and since he already had all of his exploration done and efficiently, he actually surpasses up2ng, and he's going to be the first runner to crack the Rainbow Bridge here in just a moment.
So right now, the biggest issue right now is Axe Knights, if I'm not mistaken. They cast Sleep, and they still only have 86 defense power.
Yeah, Smashy is done trying to fight things at this point in time. He's done with gaining experience points at level 15 here.
Alright, here we go in just a second. Oh, up2ng also grabbing the wings there. Well played.
Yep, very sharp there. He's got to hike a little bit over to the east here to go get the drop off for the Rainbow Drop, and then he'll be hiking over to the second continent probably immediately as well. So Smashy is going to find a wizard right before he pops the drop.
Coca-Cola. Oh, wait, sorry.
Very nice. 1 hour and 54 seconds. Smashy is in Sharlock in go mode here. He is on his way down.
Yeah, wizards were a nice thing to find. Axe Knights were not a good thing to find. Fortunately, they only have baby breath, so I mean, so that's okay.
Yep, both of our runners have wings in their inventory, so there's no chance of shaming themselves and having to walk all the way back from this second con.
Star Wyverns also in Zone 1 as up2ng starts to find his way into Sharlock. Here we go.
Beta Strep making note that 73 agility is not much. You are above 50% to run from everything that's not an armored knight. You're just under 50, or a red dragon where you're sitting at a probably, 75 out of 90. I think you're sitting a little closer to just in the mid-30s to run from, so...
Unfortunately, those Armor Knights do have Stop Spell, and they do cast it quite frequently. So the Armor Knight's DPS is not as bad as it normally is.
Yeah, Green Dragon's also casting Stop Spell fairly frequently so far, so good enemy finds here as we're going to be shifting into the Diamond Room. We're going to be shifting packs soon enough.
Yep, we got a new zone, and Star Wyverns are present in the new zone. That is perfectly okay.
Golems, which right now they're nearly 2 out of 3 favorites to run from at this point in time, so he has no problem getting away from that goal.
Ah, the Blue Dragon, not the Blue Dragon. Yeah, but they cast Stop Spell a lot. There are a lot of really nice monsters that could happen in Charlotte. We have yet to find the Red Dragon.
Up2ng is popping his drop right now, so he's about to hop into Charlotte Cast.
Aha!
There's
but the Red Dragon only has baby breath.
Yeah, that's a good sign at least. They are clamping down, but Smashy on third try gets away. Lead is about 3 minutes right now on this dive. Smashy has had 0 problems knowing he needs to get all of his heal mores down to the bottom, and there's another Red Dragon finally possibly going to make this a little problematic.
Yeah, I believe he does have 6 herbs, so I think he's okay there. Doesn't need to check out the treasury, and here we go, the bottom floor. That's what you want to run into, a wizard.
Wizard with a successful run block there.
Ooh. Yeah, I like this play by Smashy, popping an herb to get up to max HP. Better safe than sorry, and it's working out right now because there's a Red Dragon right here.
4 run blocks so far, losing most of his health here, already down 80 health. Another run block, he's at 26, he's gonna burn a heal more. He is now not safe to kill the Dragon Lord. With 116 hit points, he may still be able to net a double and be okay, but he is not. This Dragon Lord fight has gone from nearly free to this is actually going to be a bit of a moment.
And maybe even more so now another Red Dragon has popped up here.
Smashy has decided that he is tired of this Red Dragon, and the Red Dragon also has heal more behind. That is a nightmare for fighting them down. He's got to burn a second heal more. Now this is real tough. Smashy is in deep trouble all of a sudden.
Wow, and what's going to happen with up2ng as he finishes the first zone of monsters?
Wolf is asking, he has to outside here, right? It's like, I don't think you do. I think you gotta go for it. Like, Smashy knows what he's up against. up2ng is a fantastic runner, so he's probably feeling it a little bit right now.
Yeah, this has been quite the dive, but the exact same thing could happen to up2ng, or even worse, so we'll see here. Here's the Axe Knight with Sleep as the mini-boss.
And it dodges the first attack out of sleep there. That's real unfortunate. Thou art still asleep.
Yeah, but he's got to attack though, and unfortunately he knocks him out in the second attack with a 48 damage. Oh no, another Red Dragon, get out of there. Oh my goodness.
That is a first run, though. He's going to talk to the Dragon Lord. 109 of 116 health. 8 heal mores on deck right now. We're going to have to keep close count of his DL2 fight here to see if he's got this one, because he may fall a little shot.
Yeah, and he must use the remainder of his herbs. He also has a heal he can use, and I would highly think that he's doing it. Meanwhile, up2ng with a hero run through Basement 7. And wow, he's going to be in good shape. There's the heal by Smashy, and now he's just got to go.
He got the stop spell, though, after the low swing of 40, so Dragon Lord 1 is down. He needs no ambush here, or he is in extremely deep trouble.
He's got a fair start, and now he just needs a weak attack, and it's not coming. So So we're gonna
18
start
to
off
start.
with 18. Yep. Ooh. Oh, and a strong attack there. Did not need that. It's up to 33. We'll keep track of up2ng's count here in a minute, but I think it's either Smashy wins or Smashy loses right here, right now.
46 not getting a double here. The breaths are just coming out too hot and too heavy here.
He's got to go here. Yep, there it is.
He's gotta take that swing at 48 there. You gotta gamble now. He knows it. Swinging at 48 again. He's got to gamble a second time. Another 46. But he's rolling 11s. He's rolling near the minimum. This is not ideal.
Oh my goodness, this is kind of crazy. Oh, another 11. My word.
He is rolling like trash. He is trying to run away. He knows he cannot win this fight here. He's gonna cast Heal More. He probably burns off for a Hurt More here.
Yeah, he has no choice but to throw a Hurt More down. Why is he running away?
I don't know.
Zarnax with a thought in chat, possibly grinding the Axe Knight, but that is not going to work, and Smashy has just lost the race pretty much. Unless up2ng is not rolling good numbers. Yeah, there's a 20 right there.
That is a tough break for Smashy. You've got to feel for him right now. That was a very tough Sherlock, and up2ng did not get the Red Dragons on the way down. That's sometimes just all that it takes at this point, and up2ng is, I think, 3 swings away from victory at this point.
Yep, and this ought to do it here. Nope, he's got at least 1 or 2 more. Well, down to the last Heal More, so I mean, who knows? But nope, that is it. The Dragon Lord is down, and up2ng advances to the quarterfinals.
Gonna pop the wings, not taking the long walk home. 158 hit points on the Dragon. Again, gotta feel for Smashy there, just getting beat by Sherlock Castle there. A great run came charging back at the end. Absolutely, when they have the final times here and Smashy posts this time, we all know it's really going to be closer than what the times show.
But congratulations to up2ng. The great run by both runners, quite frankly, as up2ng finishes with an official time of 69 minutes and 44 seconds. Very quick seed.
Yeah, an incredibly tight exploration seed. Not a lot of places to find. Map pretty wide open, funneling you to where you needed to go. Experience pretty easy to come by at every step of the way, starting on 20 strength and just going from there. Had a gold grind. Everything was in place for a very fast seed, and these two runners are fantastic runners, and they showed that this was going to be a very fast seed. Someone's asking in chat why the other runner finishes. It's because there's a little bit of pride involved with that. You know, you don't want to forfeit. You want to go out in style. You want to win. You want to at least finish your seed. That's real important. Some runners do like to forfeit when they've lost, but that's a personal prerogative thing, and I think Smashy wants his revenge on this Sherlock this time around.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I really have nothing to add. Demarine has said that perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, we are getting to the point in the tournament where, you know, once you hit round of 16, round of 8, basically almost any of these matches could be like a semifinal match, at some given point.
All right, so Smashy is very quickly going through the first zone here. As we say, good evening to up2ng. Good game, well played.
Hey, how you doing, guys? That was a fun seed for sure. I bet I know what happened, but yeah.
What happened? Tell us.
Well, at the time, on the first pass through on the first continent, somehow I missed Swamp Cave completely, and at the time I thought it was going to be a real problem for me. But I can imagine a scenario where Smashy found it on the first go and went through, which means not getting to Rimbledar for keys, not going back to Garenham for the sword, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, but on the flip side of the coin, he did have all of his exploration complete. He knew where everything was. Because yes, he did find Swamp Cave first, dove over the second half. You had the armor first because you doubled into that little nook with coal in it before Smashy was able to, because he was very much onto the second continent. And I think Smashy wanted
in
to...
this game, when you don't get hurt more for a while, like getting the sword is just so big. So, I mean, if he went through and was doing the whole second continent with like a copper sword or something like that, that's just, there's nothing he can do about it. But that's just whether you go through Swamp Cave or you don't, And I ended up just missing it somehow, and ended up going all the way north and finding Rimbledar. And I had already been to all the towns where all the doors were, so I wanted to open everything up right away. And the sword happened to be in one of those. That's a pretty big factor in this randomizer sometimes.
The big thing, Smashy actually caught a breakout there, in that he found Garen's grave, did Upper Grave, got a key from Upper Grave, died, and gold crowned at that point in time.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad then. I forgot there was a key in there. Yeah, that's right. That's not too bad then.
Yeah,
He
so
didn't
he
go
was...
like forever without keys then.
Yeah, so he was able to hold he was basically able to hold an exploration lead the entire way, and the two of you were basically neck and neck in experience until you decided to camp out in Hawksness and just take out Blue Dragon after Blue Dragon to open up a big experience lead, and then he caught up on the Armored Knights in Swamp Cave. He actually caught up and got to level 15 right around the same time you did while you were in the grave, and he was just finishing up his grind. He made it to Sharlock 2.5 minutes before you did.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that's not what I expected. So he must have had an issue in Sharlock then. And
you had hero runs through 2 of the lower half floors in Sharlock. Smashy decided that he wanted to give big hugs to red dragons.
Oh my god, I didn't see a single red dragon. That's so ridiculous.
Yeah,
Man. Yeah, we had kind of low agility on 15 as well. So, I mean, if there were red dragons, I was planning on just fighting them. I don't remember if they had any abilities now, but yeah, that's unfortunate.
They had baby breath, but on 73 agility, you're just, it's, 1 out of 3.
Yeah, that's why, like, with over 140 attack power, I was planning on hoping to 3-shot them. And I wasn't going to run from them, but I just didn't see any. That's crazy.
Yeah, he ended up burning 2 heal mores on the way down the first time. We figured he could burn 1 probably safely.
Alright, so that's interesting. He found an Armored Knight on the spike in Swamp. I didn't check that spike tile. Blue Dragon was weird because one of the first things I saw was the Dragon Lord Breath, but it seemed to want to spam Stop Spell, and Stop Spell gets priority when it's going through its AI, so Dragon Lord Breath ends up being, well under whatever the percentage is that it actually is, Yeah,
Smashy this time gets a great dive, 2 red dragons, but only gets run blocked by them once in 2 tries. And he gets a 20 on his first swing, so he hits, basically max damage on his first swing off of a no ambush, so he's in much better shape this time.
Yeah, I'll tell you, when Sharlock is really far away and a seed where you never get repel, that is just a huge time sink when, if he ends up taking a death in Sharlock, that's brutal. I was actually fishing mainly for repel when I was fighting those blue dragons. I mean, at any time, if I had learned repel, I was just going to leave. And we just never got it.
Yeah, Magru took a moment to make fun of you because, you could have bought fairy water, and then you eventually bought 1 fairy water.
I just wanted repel so bad, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it worked out because all of those levels were kind of duds. We had like mid 120s for attack power like really early, and then it just like slowed down after that. So all those extra levels You know, it turned out that I didn't overlevel, which I was concerned that, you know, that I was going to be overleveling, but each of those levels turned out to be nothing, so still needed one more level by the time I called it quits. I just gave up on the Repel Dream and just was dealing with ghosts and Drakeys just bombarding me all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, overall though, a great run. Again, you definitely played a very standard game for you. You stuck right to your usual MO, which is I'm going to stay close to home, and I'm going to grind, and I'm going to grind close to home until I don't need to grind anymore. And you basically took level 9 once you got the sword, which made a lot of sense, because you saw Droll Magi right outside of Garanum, so that was an unsurprising pickup of 9 there. And then, you know, just trying to just pick up a lot of grind and then catch up the exploration at the end, and you're good enough at exploration to pull that off.
So yeah, sometimes it doesn't work out. It depends on what's out there. But in this case, it was kind of weird because the 2 zones outside the castle were really not very good. The best thing I found was like a Droll, so it was a little bit slow going on that, and I was concerned that it was just taking too long. So if something important was right around the corner, that could have been a problem. But the only cave I think on that side was the drop cave, so it was just not really important to explore. Getting the armor earlier would have been nice, but I guess you said that Smashy missed it on the way, so yeah, just worked out in my favor, I guess. Exploration wasn't really a thing until the end.
Yeah, and Smashy is across the line here, 1:17:28. Tough break at the end, certainly.
As Smashy has entered the commentary booth. Good game and a very tough break.
It was all going so well right until Sharlock, the final floor.
Hey, GG, Smashy. They caught me up on that. That's a shame. I don't really want to tell you what my Sharlock dive was like because it was the opposite.
Now, did you have one of those instances of, oh, there were red dragons on the final zone, or?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I never saw one, so sorry that happened, because we did have low agility, and I was trying to prep, like, what am I going to do if I see red dragons? I was planning on fighting through them. I felt like we had maybe one heal more to burn, but I just never saw one. It was like a really smooth dive.
They had heal more as well.
Oh, that's brutal. I found that out about the golem when I tried to fight 1 or 2 golems. They ended up heal mooring as well. It was kind of frustrating. But yeah, I mean, whether or not you find red dragons in Sharlock on a low agility dive, that makes a big difference. So that's a shame. But GG. It sounds like you had a slight lead going into Sharlock. So
yeah,
congrats.
It felt like it. And then I got to the Dragon Lord down 2 heal moors. And then somehow I didn't kill Dragon Lord 1 with 90 damage. And then I got probably the most garbage rolls I've ever gotten to start a Dragon Lord 2. I was trying to run away and maybe run away outside, get back to Breckenary, and then only have to redo half the walk because I don't even think I was going to make it with a single hurt more, but... well... trying to run from something that's run blocking you with 200 agility. Good luck with that.
Yeah, I was saying too before that, when you have a Sharlock this far away and you just never got Repel, that's like just doubly frustrating. You have to just deal with so many encounters on your way back through. So I can understand the idea to maybe just try and go back to Breckenary, because it cuts out the whole walk, you know? Just
okay, so
not getting Repel was so frustrating. I actually did kind of a mid-game grind where I hadn't really done the second continent yet, and I was just fishing for Repel, and we just like never got it. It was so frustrating.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, because I think that one bit of divergence, if you had beaten me, even if I got a good Sharlock, if you had beaten me, that would have done it. I was going to ask if you went through Swamp first, or if you went past Swamp to the north.
Yep, I went past it because somehow I didn't see it. It was kind of crazy. So at the end, it was weird because I warped back to the castle fully expecting Swamp Cave to be in the basement, because in my mind, I had completely cleared the first continent, and then it wasn't there, and I was like, oh no, you know. And it actually took me another 5 minutes. I kind of walked all around looking for Swamp Cave, but in a way, it worked out because I did get the keys from Imildar, and then I opened all the stuff and got the sword, and you know. So if you went through the swamp cave and didn't get the sword in the beginning, then I might have had it for a little while longer, you know.
Yeah, because I think that might have happened, but I did find the loose key there and was able to immediately gold grind full best stuff you can buy gear, and actually went ahead and killed the blue dragon in Hawk's Nest, and that's what told me, oh, I need to go find coal. And that kind of
I
led
actually
me beyond
debated
Swamp.
whether or not to get the silver shield because I had already found the sword and the armor, and I had the large shield by the time I was able to set up a grind. And I was like, I know where it is. It's just right there. I guess I might as well like get the gold and go get it, you know. But I wasn't sure if it was worth the time. But yeah, if you were on like low equipment, then totally makes sense to get all the gear like right there. But I'm glad it was a close race. I don't know. Anything else, guys?
I think the
it was
only
fun.
thing, the only other thing I'm wondering about is the blue dragon's chance to stop spell. Because when I was starting the grind in the Armor Knight, I had to spam Dragon Lord Breath instead. I was wondering for a second which one would be better, because if the Armor Knight was going to spam Dragon Lord Breath, and I was thinking the blue dragon might have been better at that point because you'd spend so much time healing, but...
So yeah, my grind was on the blue dragon, and it was a very high stop spell. So one of the first things I saw was the Dragon Lord Breath, but I decided to like just continue that particular fight, and then it was just a lot of stop spell. And by then I had already had the armor, so it just never landed, you know, and just that ended up being a pretty good situation.
Yep. So just to let you know, just so you're aware, the Armored Knight, 75% stop spell, 75% DL2 breath. The Blue Dragon was 75% stop spell, 50% DL2 breath.
Yep, that makes sense. And we had high attack power too, so I wasn't too concerned about being in a fight where I had to melee, as opposed to, you know, the Armored Knight is usually you'd use hurt more strats, so... I don't know. Yeah, I just happened to be there. You know, I hadn't seen Swamp Cave yet, so that was what I did. But I guess if I had to decide between the two, maybe the Blue Dragon would be slightly better. I think you take less in trips because you're not using hurt more. I don't know.
Yeah, so Smashy, you do finish in the top 16. Your final thoughts?
Well, it's better than League, but it's still... feels a little bad to go out like that, especially after win. But sometimes that just happens to even the best of it. Like last night, Nescard actually got last in a 7-player race because he just had so much trouble finishing. So yeah, it can happen to anybody, and well, that's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah, exactly. And up2ng, you will be facing the winner of Rye Guy and Jay Coper for a chance at the Final Four. Your final thoughts as we wrap this up?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, quarterfinals is just best of one, and those two guys are super tough. Jay Coper had an outstanding race, beating Ness Cardinality to make it that far. So, I mean, anybody that can pull that off in the tournament race, that's going to be a really big challenge. But yeah, I'm really happy to be in the quarterfinals. So, yeah, either way, I think it'll be a fun race.
Well, if you win that and I win my quarterfinal, it's you and me in the semifinals. So
oh, nice. Best of 3.
Oh boy. Yeah, that'll be a best of 3 at that point. But anyway, I think it is time to wrap it up. So our next race will be, I think that'll be an RPG Limit Break. That will happen tomorrow night at 10:30 Eastern. And then we're going to have that is Rye Guy and Jay Coper, as a matter of fact. So up2ng will find out his next opponent tomorrow night. And then on Wednesday night, High Spirits and Angel, depending on Restreamer, we might show that at RPG Limit Break after the Free Enterprise race, or we'll show that on Randomizer. We don't know quite yet. Lorgan and Tyrannex on Thursday at 6, and Couch and Thurwolf Friday night at 7. And by the way, if you enjoy Demarine, and I think you should enjoy, and you know, Demarine's great, you get to hear her again tomorrow. So tomorrow night at 10:30. So Demarine, your final thoughts as we sign off here.
Ah, the randomizer giveth, the randomizer taketh away, and it's a little sad for Smashy to see the randomizer taketh away. But both of these runners were just fantastic all night. Up2ng is a very deserved winner, and I could have seen either of these runners taking this one home tonight. So I expect to see that more close races at this point in time, because it's been, so far for the round of 16, it's been real exciting, and hopefully that string does not break tomorrow night.
Yeah, absolutely. So that will do it. So for our restreamer, Lord of the Synth, for our tracker, CyberDark86, and for my co-commentator, Demarine, this is BGameBoy F9. We're going to raid Speed Gaming 2, Final Fantasy Randomizer Duckling Derby. We hope you enjoyed this, and we hope you all had a great night. Good night.